Will,
Yes, Bob.
we both just saw it.
Yes.
I just got home.
Yeah.
We literally haven't said a word to each other.
No, we have not.
We just started filming. This is how this is going to work.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
We're going to talk about the movie.
Yes.
No spoilers. Then, maybe give it a good 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers.
Okay.
And we'll give you a warning.
Yes.
So relax. So what'd you think?
I love this movie so hard. I
Really?
Yes, so
Wow.
much. I really, every emotion came over me in the theater and leaving the theater. The whole, like, halfway through the movie, I was just like this the whole time. And then, like, at the end, I was just, so good. Every single thing about it.
Well,
You got problems with it, don't you?
I got problems. But
Okay.
here's the thing.
Yes.
Opening scroll,
Mm-hmm.
got a little teary-eyed.
That when the first line of the scroll is like what hit me.
Yeah,
I
I got very emotional. I was
Yeah.
like, this is everything I've ever wanted.
Yeah, like this is it. This is happening.
Then it, like, the whole, like, beginning of the movie, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And then what happened was my own expectations took over me, and they were getting confirmed throughout the movie. I was
Yeah.
like, this is it. This is awesome. And it very quickly, like, it was great, but I ruined it for myself.
That's definitely like what I feared going in, because there were certain parts where I'm like, oh, this is when this is gonna happen. This is when
Right.
this is gonna happen. But the overall like experience of it didn't ruin it for me. Like
Right.
it was still Star Wars. It was the first real Star Wars since 1983.
Yes.
You know, it was everything Star Wars should be and needs to be. Yeah.
The prequels jaded me. Like, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
very, like, afraid, because, like, everybody loved Phantom Menace when they came out,
Yeah.
and I literally just got out of the theater. You had like a good hour.
Yeah, and I'm like, but like, yeah, I had an hour to stew and think about it.
Right.
You know, and any problem I do have with the movie, because it's not a perfect movie, but
Right.
it's perfect enough.
I mean, I didn't feel these feelings watching the prequels.
Yeah.
For sure, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
There were some, like, I saw right through some of the CGI.
Yeah.
The visuals were incredible.
Mm.
The framing was immaculate.
Yeah.
There was some pieces, like some shots that I was like, this is a work of art. For sure.
Yeah.
And some of the characters were
Oh my
absolutely
God.
amazing.
I loved every single character.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
But there were some shots where, like, if there was like a real person interacting with the CGI character, like,
Yeah.
hand on face, stuff like that. Remember in the remasters when Han was stepping on Jabba's tail,
Yeah.
and he clipped
He
over
like
his tail?
gets jerky going. Yeah.
A little bit of that with the.
It's
with,
not.
with the,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say it's that bad.
It's
I
not
mean,
that bad.
yeah.
Definitely not. But I would think that, they would have fixed some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But
I
by
didn't
no
I
means-
didn't notice.
By no means did that ruin the movie for me.
Yeah.
Like, this movie was still incredible. This
Mhm.
movie was an incredible movie. But it's my fault that I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have.
Yeah. I mean, like, in the beginning, I thought, this is moving really quickly. Like, this is like a very fast-paced movie, much faster than I think Star Wars should be. But even still, like, everything that was going on, like the introduction to Rey and Finn and Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma and General Hux, and by the time, like, this isn't a spoiler because, like, you'll see it's in the trailers when, like, they're getting assaulted on Jakku.
Right.
Like, around that point was when, like, everything started to click, and I'm just like, yes, all right, I don't care anymore. This is amazing. This is what I want.
I had the opposite effect.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was pretty fast-paced, but it slowed down,
Yeah.
and then it got fast again, and it slowed down. And I was like, a big worry for me was that it was going to be modernized, because a lot of these modern blockbuster movies
Yeah.
are super fast-paced. It was a big problem with the Avengers.
Yeah.
And, like, Guardians of the Galaxy was an amazing movie, and I'm
Yeah.
comparing this to Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't care. Guardians of the Galaxy was very fast paced, but it was really good.
Yeah.
And it had some slow points, and it was silly.
Yeah.
This movie, I think, had the pacing done well. The fast points were very fast.
Yeah.
But it slowed down enough. But I mean, the slow spots were still pretty quick. They still like it slowed down, but it wasn't as slow as it could be. But I think the pacing was very good.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem, and the beginning was very fast, but it's quickly slowed down, and you were able to process everything that was happening. So I didn't have a problem with that. Again, my problem was my own expectations were thwarted, but a lot of our expectations were met.
Yes, I would say like 90% of my expectations were met.
Yeah,
and I'll take it because the last time Star Wars met every single one of my expectations, I wasn't born yet.
Right. And again, I don't want to like we just saw the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who just saw Phantom Menace was like, loved it. It was awesome. It was great. I don't want to be that person. I want to see it again because there's some parts that I can pick apart.
I was also 12 when the Phantom Menace came out, so like I was like really into anything I see. And like now I'm a much older, much more cynical person.
Right.
Like if this movie sucked, like I would have sat down here and ripped it to shreds.
Right.
Like perfect example, Batman vs Superman. If I was 12, like I would have been all over that movie. Now, like I don't want to see it. I do not want to see it.
Where was that trailer?
Did they play it in your theater?
No.
They didn't play it in mine.
They didn't play that trailer. Spoilers.
Yeah.
They didn't play that friggin' trailer.
They played Captain America. That was good.
That Captain America trailer was great, even though I've seen it already.
Yeah.
So was Zootopia.
Yes, I fucking want to see
great.
Zootopia.
But that whole trailer was probably the best joke in the movie.
Yeah. And
that whole Zootopia trailer was one joke.
And I've seen that trailer before too. So.
But it was a great joke.
Yeah. And did they play the Independence Day trailer for you?
Yes. That I've seen already.
Yeah.
Trailer, you've seen all the trailers.
You've seen all these trailers, no surprises.
Yeah. But back to the movie.
Yes, back to the important stuff.
It was great.
Yes.
It was definitely a great Star Wars movie.
4 stars, check it out. No, fuck that. It was a great movie. Like, like if you're a Star Wars fan, that helps. But even if you're not, like, there's enough to like.
If you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to get really emotional.
Yeah.
If you're not a Star Wars fan, you're gonna think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, J.J. Abrams went into it and he was like, "There's new characters. They're not introduced to Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's a whole group of people out there in the real world that have never been introduced to Star Wars. So let's take them along for the ride."
Basically what he did was there are characters in this movie that represent, every single fan or non-fan out there. Like, Finn and Rey, they didn't know about the Star Wars, until they're introduced to it. Kylo Ren is really every angry, jaded fan.
Yeah.
Poe Dameron, he's the guy who, he knows about the Star Wars. He wants to be a part of the Star Wars.
He's a badass.
Oh, God, yeah. We'll get into characters when we get into spoilers, but yeah.
I don't know what else to say without spoiling it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you have anything else?
All I really have to say without spoiling it is, there is no way to not have a good time watching this movie. Like, it's everything you want it to be and more. It is exactly what you need at this time. So go see this movie.
Did you see it in 3D?
No.
I did not.
No.
So I can't say if that's good or not.
Well,
we don't like 3D movies.
It wasn't filmed in 3D,
right.
So therefore, there was a scene shot in IMAX, but
only one scene,
like 1 or 2 scenes. Yeah,
I thought the whole thing was
no. But like it's really weird because only like a handful of theaters are showing it in true IMAX, and then a handful are showing it in like this new laser projection, which apparently makes it look even better, but it wasn't shot in.
I had a fine time seeing it on the regular projection screen that I saw. Yeah.
So
I also think it was a great movie.
Yes.
I will say great. I need to see it again.
I will be seeing this movie again.
You saw all of this. You rewatched all
Yes.
the Star Wars and then went into it. I didn't get to rewatch all the Star Wars. I only watched the friggin' Phantom Menace. So when I'm done rewatching all of them, I'm going to see it again.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'll have more opinions on it. And I'm sure we'll have more to talk about.
Yes.
And we'll probably have another discussion. Yeah. I think we just did 10 minutes. Oh, well, we did like 9 minutes.
All right, close enough.
So we're getting into spoilers now.
All right, this is going to be spoilers. I will put down here what time to fast forward to if you want to just get to the end slate or just stop
Just
watching
leave.
the video.
Just leave.
Yeah.
Just get out. Just go. And
Right.
you know, save this. Put this in your watch later, and come back to it after you see the movie. Also, if you comment a spoiler in the comments below, I am going to delete your comment unless you tag it spoilers in the beginning, and then start writing. If you don't do that, I'm deleting your comment.
You've been warned.
For all of you people who didn't want the thing spoiled, go leave a comment and say something cute.
Yeah.
Again, spoilers start now. Leave. Goodbye. So,
Yes.
where do you want to start?
How about let's start with when they're running from the TIE fighters and they're like, hey, what about that ship? No, that's a piece of garbage. And then the quadjumper explodes. Like, all right, let's take the piece of garbage. I was like, ah!
Piece of garbage was the coolest thing in the fucking world.
Oh, yeah. It's the Falcon, by the way.
Immediate problem right in the beginning.
Okay.
Poe tells Finn that it's a BB droid.
Yeah.
Nobody tells Finn that it's BB-8.
Well,
he goes, BB-8, come with us.
Does he immediately call it BB-8?
He immediately calls it BB-8 without anybody saying
Rey
it.
I
don't think Rey ever calls it BB-8.
I don't remember Finn directly calling it BB-8 in the beginning.
He did.
Well, he knows what a BB droid looks like.
He does. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't think.
Where's the 8?
I don't think he calls it BB-8.
He does. He says BB-8. Maybe I missed Finn calling it BB-8. I mean, Rey calling it BB-8 or something. But Poe definitely called it a BB droid. Yeah. And then Finn definitely said BB-8, come with us. Which is a dumb problem, and it doesn't ruin the movie at all.
Is that really going to be a problem you have?
It's just a silly thing that happens in the movie.
We could sit here all day and do that with, every movie on the planet. Yeah. That's really going to be problem number one for you?
That's an issue with the movie. It's not. It didn't ruin it didn't take any of the magic away from the movie. What did take a little bit of the magic away from me was the end fight with Kylo Ren or Ben Solo, which is a funny name. I've been Solo for a while.
It's a nice play on the old EU, because it was Ben Skywalker was the son of Luke and Mara Jade, and Jason Solo was the son of Leia and Han that turned to the dark side. So they basically just slammed the two together.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah.
So who do you think? Do you think Rey?
I don't know. I don't know if Rey's related to anybody.
Really?
Yeah. I don't.
I definitely think she is, but I think she might be related to Luke. I think she might be like a direct descendant of Luke, not Han and Leia.
I mean, that's what I thought. I thought they were going to be the Solo twins, but now, I'm not sure. If she's not Luke's daughter, then I don't know.
I think she has to be related because she's a Force. She's got the Force powers,
right?
And when she picked up the lightsaber, she felt it. Yeah. Like it was meant for her, and it's meant for her because she's a direct relative of Anakin. My problem with the end fight was that Finn was able to hold his own against Kylo Ren, which is like, come on. Kylo Ren is clearly really powerful, and you have zero Force
Kylo Ren
powers.
is also clearly just a punk.
Yeah, that too. And there's a lot of Anakin in him.
Yeah.
Which he's like a whiny little kid. But so was Luke when he saw it. Yeah. Rey was doing a lot of damage. I think that could have been a lot more like Luke in Empire.
What do you mean?
Like where
Kylo Ren wins?
Pretty like Darth Vader pretty much is like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Come back when you're more powerful,
No, you see, I saw that as, impetus for Kylo Ren in the next movie to come back stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Because now, he shows that he's not worthy of Darth Vader's mantle. Now he's going to come back even angrier than before and try to fulfill what he feels is his destiny of continuing Vader's legacy.
But right now we see Rey as a really, really powerful Jedi already, right off the bat.
Yeah.
So she's clearly doesn't have her full potential. Mm-hmm. And I mean, her full potential could be more than I could even imagine.
Yeah.
But I think you could have pushed her down a little more,
Yeah, well, I feel like
put her up against even greater odds with Kylo Ren.
Yeah, but I feel like this is good because it sets up, it makes everything different enough from what came before. Because here we have a villain who is not living up to his full potential. Basically, we're seeing the villain rise with the hero instead of the villain already being this omnipresent, master of the Force. So I think that's a good dichotomy, a good split between light and dark that we haven't seen before, really.
Right. I mean, I like that, and I like that Kylo Ren's still around, and he's still going to be the bad guy. I think that's great.
Yeah,
I was a little worried that he was going to...
I was really hoping for that, because that was one of my problems with the prequels, was that there was a different villain every movie.
And I definitely think next time he's going to be a lot more powerful, because, well, first of all, what's his face?
Oh, Snoke.
Snoke says, you're going to complete your training. He's got to complete his training, and he's got this wicked-ass scar now.
Yeah.
And you bet your ass he's going to be, evil as shit.
Yeah.
But still, I think, the lightsaber fights were awesome.
Oh yeah,
that's everything I want a Star Wars lightsaber fight to be. I want it to be
not gymnastics.
Yeah,
not a dance.
I want it to be rough as hell.
Yeah,
but I still would have liked to see Rey get a little roughed up a little more.
Yeah,
she a lot was going her way.
Mm-hmm.
But what the hell was the Emperor's name? Snoke. Is he the guy that everybody thought he was going to be?
What do you mean?
Remember Palpatine's whole? Didn't he have a guy above him?
No,
I'm talking to the wrong person. There was this whole rumor that Palpatine had a guy who trained him, and he was going to come back.
Darth Plagueis?
Yes.
No, that's not Darth Plagueis.
Okay, never mind.
No,
forget it.
Snoke is...
The expanded universe is very confusing.
Yeah, Snoke is part of the First Order, and I think he's part of the Acolytes of the Beyond. That's a whole separate thing that came out of the fall of the Empire.
I got a very Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings vibe from him.
Well, it was Andy Serkis. So
okay.
There you go.
There you go. He first of all, he was fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
But then he was just a hologram. And I was like, okay, good, he's just a hologram. He's not just this giant ass dude.
Yeah.
That would have been weird. But I would have also liked for him to be a little like a fucking hologram like the Emperor was. But still, I'm not a fucking director. I think they did enough really, really, really well.
Yeah. They did what they had to do to get Star Wars back into everybody's good graces and to get it, out into the public eye again.
That's another thing. I wasn't expecting this to be a setup.
It was a lot more setup than I was anticipating.
I was expecting it to be the original Star Wars, a standalone movie with maybe a little bit of a question at the end. Not this massive, what the hell?
Yeah.
I feel like it was the best hand job in the world, and I just never came. It was a 2.5 hour hand job, and nothing happened.
Really? Because I all over.
You exploded everywhere.
I exploded.
Well,
I couldn't stand up for a while.
Now we could spoil.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, I think the first words
the first
are Luke
line
Skywalker.
is Luke Skywalker has vanished.
And I was like, yes. And they say the whole scroll is about Luke. And I was like, this whole movie's going to be about Luke. This is amazing. And
he's in it for the last minute.
And that ruined me. After that's the
Starkiller
World.
Starkiller Base.
After Starkiller Base.
They say it's different in the movie.
They do.
They specifically say it's different.
After that exploded, I was like, please give me more. Please give me more. Please. Because I was like, they could just end it now.
Yeah.
Please don't end it now. Please don't do this. And they kept going. And Rey gets on the Falcon. They go to see Luke. And I was like, yes, thank you, God. And she was walking around for a while. And I was like, you got it. You got to give me something. Don't just cut. Don't just cut. And you see Luke, and I was like, give me a face, say something. We get his face. They look at each other for a good minute, and he doesn't say anything. And I was like, come on. And you don't see a Jedi Temple or anything.
No.
And they talk about it. They talk about him training new people. And I was like, yes, he said. The whole movie, I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
They specifically only mentioned him training Kylo Ren.
Okay. Well, they say he's training new Jedi.
Right. And I think it's implied that Kylo Ren killed them all.
Oh.
So
that I didn't get.
Yeah. So that's why
it was implied that Kylo Ren
ruined everything.
Ruined everything. Yeah.
That's why he's in hiding. That's why I don't think he's where the Jedi Temple is. I think he's just on some other planet hiding.
But like, what's he like? Is he just staring? Like, does he have anything to do there?
No, I'm sure he's got something to do.
He's just meditating for like 40 years.
But Jedi's can meditate for years. No, I thought that was fine because all the Star Wars movies end with no dialogue. Every single one. That's just the thing. Because if somebody talked during that scene, I would have been upset. You can see in Luke's face, like he's surprised, he's shocked. She has his old lightsaber, his father's lightsaber. What's going on? He thinks he knows what's going on. He thinks this is a good thing. He thinks there's hope again. He thinks that there can be peace again. He can train this woman, whoever she is, to, bring balance back to the galaxy.
I love everything about Luke.
Yeah.
I love everything about how he looks. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I want more Luke. I
feel
did
like
not get enough of Luke.
We will definitely be getting more in episode 8.
I'm worried about that because, Mark Hamill could die tomorrow.
They already started filming.
All right, good.
So,
because he'll die tomorrow.
He's true.
They also took body scans of him, so if he dies tomorrow, he's just going to be CGI. But, yeah, I love everything about how he looks.
Mm-hmm.
It was my own expectations that ruined it for me. But they kept getting confirmed throughout the whole movie. Like, we knew Kylo Ren was going to be Han and Leia's kid.
Yeah.
I love that there was like a little tiff between them too.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And the second Han's like goes out on that bridge.
I'm
like,
oh no, not now.
That's it.
I actually got really scared because there's a scene where Chewbacca gets like shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I actually said in theater, no, Chewie.
There were rumors that somebody's dying.
Yeah.
And I thought it was Chewie.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Chewie.
I, for a second, thought it would be Leia. Like, completely throw everybody off.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I love how they killed Han, though.
Oh, yeah.
I love that he's gone because a lot of people said that he stole the show.
Yeah.
Which made me nervous because I was like, he's an accomplished actor and they're putting all of their faith into him.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
He's in it a lot more than you think he's going to be.
Yes. Well, I thought he was going to be in it a lot more than he was because of what everybody said. But he was in it a good amount of time. He, died in a good way.
Uh-huh.
And I'm happy that the next movie is going to focus more on my boy Luke.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, focus on my boy Luke. And, I feel like Hollywood doesn't have enough faith in Mark Hamill or what's her name?
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher. Yeah, because Carrie Fisher's a fucking nut job. And so Mark Hamill's a little bit of a nut job.
Yeah.
But Mark Hamill is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And I think we saw in this 2 seconds.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like now that they have everything set up, they can go in so many directions. They can go exactly where they need to go, and they can steer this ship into the proper course. Next movie is going to be directed by Rian Johnson, who is an amazing director. He's probably a better director than J.J. Abrams when you get down to it.
I had a lot of faith in J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to do amazing. I don't know any of what does this other guy do?
I know 3 films he's done. He's done Brick. He's done The Brothers Bloom.
Oh, I love Brick.
And he did Looper.
I didn't see Looper.
You got to see Looper.
It was really that good?
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
Looper is really good.
Doesn't look like a good movie.
This is a guy who knows.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was good?
It was really good.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Well, I
have The Brothers Bloom.
He's got everything set up for him perfect.
Yeah. And he can definitely take it now in any direction he wants. And I just feel like he has all the pieces to put, send it in the right direction.
Does this mean that Joseph Gordon-Levitt's going to be in it?
Maybe if he's not too busy going to the premiere dressed as Yoda.
That's the one. He was in Looper.
Yes.
Okay.
And Brick.
That's the one. I'm getting Looper confused with Jumper.
Don't do. Yeah, I talked to somebody the other day who did the same thing. Hayden Christensen was in Jumper.
Really?
Yeah.
He's been doing well for himself.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm happy there was no ghost of him in this.
Yeah.
I got a little scared at one point.
Yeah, I know.
He
the
was
whole
like
time,
grandfather. I was like, and then we saw the helmet. And I was like,
better.
Don't you do it?
Yeah. I don't know. I just any problem I have with the movie is overshadowed by literally everything else. Like
I don't want people to think I'm like down on this movie. It's my fault I didn't enjoy it as much. When I see it again, I'm gonna I did really like it. I did really like it, but I want more. I need more Star Wars.
Lucky for you, you're gonna get one a year now. So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So next year
is Rogue One. Then the year after that is Episode 8.
Come on. I got 2 years I need to wait.
It used to be 3. Let's not forget.
I need more Luke in my life.
You'll get it. Hopefully, whatever video game they come out with, because EA is making another video game besides Battlefront. Hopefully that'll be.
Oh man, if that's what Luke's been up to, that's not going to be what Luke's been up to. They're going to want to build that up.
I'm just hoping it's Jedi Knight and they put Luke and Kyle Katarn back together and they just do buddy cop shit around the galaxy.
Oh, but it's EA.
I know.
Please give it to a good developer.
They gave it to the guys who did Dead Space.
Okay, who did Dead Space?
Visceral.
Yeah. Visceral did other things.
I think so.
They did good stuff.
Yeah. And it's written by the woman who used to write the Uncharted games.
Oh, good. So she's good. We like her.
Mm-hmm. Amy Hennig.
Yeah, she's very good.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh man, if we get more Kyle Katarn.
Oh my god.
This game is gonna be canon though.
Yeah.
So they gotta bring Kyle Katarn into canon. They gotta do it. Oh my god, imagine if they remake it. Oh, they just remake it. Oh,
I'm so happy.
Amy Hennig, please. See, this is me getting my expectations.
That's true. Because watch, it's gonna be a sequel to Episode 1 Racer, and you're just gonna be like,
yeah, it's gonna be like a racing game. That's bullshit. I hope they please don't even put multiplayer in it, or it could be Star Wars 1313.
Yeah, there you go.
Because they said they didn't want to scrap that.
Yep, that could be the Boba Fett spinoff.
That's true. No, there was zero Boba Fett in this movie or anything about it.
The closest we came to Boba Fett was Captain Phasma.
Yeah,
actually,
it was great.
Yeah, like my friend said, like she didn't do anything. She was only in like 5 minutes,
and I think that was perfect.
That's all you needed.
Because Boba Fett doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
And he's awesome.
Exactly.
People love him because he's badass.
Yeah.
He does like 1 or 2 things that's super badass, and then you don't see him.
I do like how the one scene you see in all the trailers where she's just walking, like a badass, and all of a sudden Chewie tackles her.
Yeah. That was awesome. But she doesn't, she doesn't let up.
I guarantee, like, watch Episode 8, she's gonna like stab a dude in the neck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's not done.
Yeah.
She's around. Oh, my God. And I love how, like, kind of silly this movie was.
Yeah.
It had like just enough silliness.
This movie was really fun.
Even right off the bat in the beginning, it was like really dark and dire.
Yeah.
And Poe's like a smart ass.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Well, I don't know what else there is.
Yeah. I think, at the end of the day, no matter what, just see this movie. You will enjoy it. You will have an excellent time.
Look at you with your little Star Wars shirt.
I've been wearing a Star Wars shirt every day this week. I got one more to wear tomorrow.
Oh my god! When are you seeing it again? Oh, tomorrow you're seeing Sisters.
Tomorrow I'm seeing Sisters.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Another thing, the theater wouldn't allow anybody to have a costume.
My theater did. They wouldn't allow people to have lightsabers, masks, face paint, toy guns.
I mean, there were people who were like,
I think there was
had like a Jedi like robe.
There was like
nothing else.
1 or 2 guys in robes.
They were like shitty.
I wore my Boba Fett hoodie.
I saw Boba Fett.
Yeah, and that's about it.
I was like, look at this asshole.
Well, it's because, now people bring guns to movie theaters. And
that's true. I didn't say I wanted anybody to bring a gun, Will. I said a lightsaber.
Yeah.
A lightsaber would be... There's nothing wrong with a lightsaber. If somebody came into my theater with a real sword, I wouldn't be scared. I'd be like, that dude is a lame-o.
Well, I'm just saying that, terrorists have ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, they ruined Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, we let them ruin Star Wars is the problem. Anyway.
What do you guys think about Star Wars Episode 7, The Phantom Menace? No, wow.
I thought that was a joke.
I'm gone.
You're gone.
You clean
All right, I'll finish it up. Guys, leave it in the comments below, but remember, I am going to delete your comment unless you specifically say spoilers in the tag. Okay? I mean, unless you don't spoil it. So don't spoil it. If you're going to spoil it, put a tag or I'm deleting your freaking comment. But anyway, feel free to talk to each other in the comments below. Add us on Twitter. Also, social media garbage. And I'm sure if you ask us questions on Twitter, we'll have more to say. Because I'm sure once I let it like fester a little bit, I need time. And we'll talk about this more later. Anyway, leave the comments below. movie has been automatically stopped. So I'm going to finish this in podcast form. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy this black screen and this end slate. Wow, look at this end slate. Ooh, have a good week.
Now, the era between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back is a well-traveled area in the expanded universe. There have been plenty of stories detailing what had happened in that time frame. Like this book about zombie stormtroopers. Really?
Star Wars 1313 took place, or was about, level 1313, which was a really sketchy area. These mage-looking things were apparently Coruscant underworld police, and they would have rode around on these things.
I mean, it looks like a decent movie. It's got good people. It's got Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, Ike Barinholtz, Maya Rudolph, John Cena.
John Cena!
I was going to put the meme in.
You do it right over me saying it.